what would that have been? Northeast, I think, because he's Northeast Connecticut. Been doing really well to push the limit events. And yeah, I mean, he's definitely showing some stuff. This character can go out there and hit you.
Yes, playing that aggressive game, not to mention the counter on the PK tackle.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't fully hit, it'll slow him down. It's a great edge guarding game that Sora can bring to the table.
Yeah, and the fact that you can just float out there for so long before making your decision is such an asset here.
That floatiness is sure to come in handy. But you got to actually battle with the buttons that Ness brings to the table. You have a little bit of the disjoint in that Keyblade.
Oh, yeah, and for the record, these two have only played one set. It was at the Collision Free Local back in March, and that was 2-0 for PkChris. But I'm assuming that means that the Sora, if it existed at all, was pretty fresh for Unleashed.
Yeah, a lot more time to actually get into the character, get some more depth and skills. That's a low shield.
Yeah. And the low shield is a huge asset when Ness is recovering there. You can't, like, reliably not get shield poked by the Thunder.
We saw the counter come out, instant grab from PkChris. A lot of good aggression coming in right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the Sora practice that PkChris has had. Maybe Mr. Mojo Regen?
Could be. But right now, I mean, we were talking about, like, PkChris has been getting a lot of these hits, but it's a pretty close game right now.
Okay, yeah, really tight here. Yeah, that up B, it's almost like a safe poke. It feels so weird to say, but with
the follow-up Sonic Blade just pays dividends. Yeah, I'm out. See you, bro.
Okay, great DI.
Amazing. Yep. Not quite off the top there, but Unleashed in the driver's seat right now, has a little bit of control.
I will say that move takes long enough, there's really no excuse if you're not getting your DI in on Sora up B. Threatening short hops. That back air is so fast for Ness.
Deceptively fast, that's for sure. A couple little pokes with the drifting aerials coming in from Unleashed, just trying to find any sort of avenue to get that follow-up he needs.
Yeah, the spacing on Ness in there, that's a sword. I don't want to hear it.
I'll believe it.
Oh, wrong direction.
Legs are just swords, let's be honest. Oh, I actually like that kind of stalling a little bit in the air, but it's just the ball. That's the counter from coast to coast, not quite killing though.
Yeah, and I was thinking of that more as an offensive tool, but that's actually going to be huge defensively because of the speed of Ness, Nair, and Fair. But there's PkChris getting on the board. Yeah,
drawing first blood over 2 minutes in, actually. So just goes to show the pace of the match for these two.
That does not shock me. Oh, okay, trying to eat the PK Thunder 1 from behind.
Not quite finding it, unfortunately.
That is definitely the safer way to go about it, though, right?
Yeah. Counter can be a little bit also precarious.
Oh, yeah.
I like that because he went for the aggressive option because Unleashed was set to actually punish the air dodge, but he said, no, I'll hit you again, I'll get you out of it, and I'll just recover like normal. There's the up air to take it, and now we're back to 2 stocks even.
That move's so good, and I usually don't say that for moves that are that slow, but that up air is a dominant space controlling tool.
It's amazing, gets the job done, combo very well, does everything you really want it to, and that's what more can you ask for as Sora.
Actually, getting something out of parrying the multi-hit. You don't always see that. I mean, getting something was running away, but it's still something.
Yeah, no, actually being able to retreat in that scenario is pretty nice. Ooh, that's the yo-yo coming out. That's the spike coming out, actually. You gotta relax, PkChris. Oh, amazing recovery from Sonic Blade.
Yeah, so smart, really, from Unleashed, recognizing that he had time to just hang out before recovering. So one of your biggest assets at Sora, honestly, is just time to wait.
Yeah. Now we're getting some more Sonic Blade's aggressive action. That's a quick little punish on the grab, but oh yeah, again, you can keep following up those aerials with a 3-hit combo.
Oh, the backer was coming out there.
That's an amazing catch off the top with the up air again. You said it. That's a good move.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like Sora's jumping up there with a shield that hits you. That's how it feels, at least. Steven Universe for Multiverses.
Oh, back air is going to take it. Sora deceptively light. You got to keep that in mind. Zelda weight.
Ooh. Yeah, that is light. So I feel like a lot of these DLC characters, they either were way lighter than you expect or way heavier than you expect. Like, why is Joker 10 units heavier than Sheik?
I'm not sure. Why is Sephiroth, Kirby weight?
Yeah.
Did him dirty on that one.
Okay.
Swatting him away.
Yeah, and it looks like the Keyblade is big enough that you don't really have to worry about some of the magnet shenanigans.
Yo! I like that a lot. What a call out, actually.
Funny.
I mean, it doesn't really get you much, but I like that.
That's actually like a baseball minigame. Oh my god.
That's mental damage. That's physical damage is game 1 going to PkChris.
That PK magnet stall there was excellent, and yeah, just great let's play. Close one, though. I feel like I see the avenues for Unleashed to make this happen in the next few games.
Absolutely. You can see in the way, even in that last stock, he was trying to tighten it up, focusing more on the movement, focusing more on punishing what PkChris was doing. Couldn't quite get it to fruition, but you can actively see Unleashed deciding what's the best way to actually maneuver through this minefield of aerials from Ness.
I'm kind of curious if we're going to see PkChris respond to Unleashed patience with even harder aggression off stage. Is he going to like overshoot the downer or something when he goes for these offstage things, which either could make this a fast reel or could give Unleashed, you know, the avenue that he needs to come back into the game. But we'll see, because it looked like PkChris had a good read on Unleashed options on defense, right? So.
First of all, we got the target song. Amazing way to get ourselves into the game too. But I want to point out that Unleashed, one of the few players I've seen that has a counter that liberally uses it. Very gung-ho about calling out opponents, using it to reverse situations. And PkChris has even started to pick up on that.
I mean, I think other than Knee Brawler's counter, which I would say this one was clearly based off of.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a counter that has anywhere near the low and lag frames of this one. So you should be using it.
Exactly. Not to mention the fact that it doesn't just counter move, it stops the move and then answers back, which is huge for a lot of characters and a lot of moves.
Oh, yeah. Also, some really interesting applications in doubles, potentially, but that's for another stream.
Now I'm interested, but I got to see what these boys are doing on this first. Trying to, again, like that slide attack similar to Mario, where it has that lingering hitbox. You want to be able to catch it.
Yeah. And one of the things that I love seeing is like a player who has good mix off the fireball, right? See the grab there coming in from Unleashed. We'll see if he can get even more stuff off that later.
I like that magnet extension. A quick little nair to actually interrupt it. That's so smart.
Shield pressure. It's so scary. Anytime you get your shield ticked from below. Okay. Great up smash.
To throw out the counter there, but didn't quite find what he wanted out of it. And yeah, you're getting yo-yoed. Sweeping you up
from behind.
Yep, it does have that hitbox from behind. So yeah, you get swept up in the tornado coming in. That's a good way even to back up if you're Unleashed.
Nice little iframe F smash punish there from PkChris.
Oh, I like that grab following it up.
Oh, it looks like Ness's floatiness makes some of the nair extensions actually a little tougher, huh? Okay.
That was almost in the position to actually get a punish there. Not quite.
I am confused as to why Sonic Blade didn't home there.
You can actively choose to or not.
Sure, okay.
Because you can either put it in the direction or you can press it to actually home in on your opponent.
Yeah, what was I saying about PkChris getting some handles on the defensive options here? He's looking confident.
He's very quickly starting to piece together the gameplay that Unleashed is bringing to the table. That's even a stock for it.
Was that a counter startup?
I looked like he was actually throwing a Blizzard.
Oh, sure. I just saw blue.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to throw out a move to meet it, but PkChris was already there, already in his face, ready to punish.
Right, yeah. That down throw over the platform is so scary because the air dodge just feels useless.
Now Unleashed just trying to find something. Just like, okay, you're not quite a kill percentage, but I can combo you, I can get my game moving, that's one thing. Need a little bit more. But still getting kind of caught up by options that you should be a little bit more aware of.
Yeah, that is definitely at least the second PK flash that it's hitting trying to set up a ledge trap.
Be more privy to what your opponent's doing.
Yep, the multi-hit F tilt. Very confusing. Not something that a lot of characters have. Yeah, great.
I like that actually holding it a bit so you actually get hit by it. It's not a crazy amount, but it's enough to make him think.
Yep.
That's what's important.
I mean, the number of times that Unleashed has been hit off the ledge by a number of Ness's moves right now, it's been a big factor in this set.
I mean, you even saw the call out again with the pack coming out, but it just, Unleashed just trying to shift up his game a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a solid 12.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly kind of nice.
No.
Yeah, we're living there.
Again, like, I feel like that was not supposed to go that way, and I feel like we've been seeing that a number of times from Unleashed with the Thunders in particular.
No,
DI. And, yeah, the air dodge actually doesn't kill you when you traveled that far, for whatever reason. Somebody had a... Oh, sorry.
Okay, I saw that, like the ledge trap scenario, but it wasn't quite it because they both went for different things covering different options.
Oh, yeah. And PkChris knows you don't punish that counter if you're not already going towards him.
Yeah, just we're waiting. And the patience is a sign of a great player.
And also somebody who recognizes I am up 2 stocks to 1. I don't need to mess around here.
Exactly, I don't have to approach. Even running into him, trying to figure out his movement and then getting a grab or something like that.
I'm assuming he was waiting to see either shield or roll and grab it.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
up tilt, give him the hands, send him upwards. Off to the sky he goes. PkChris taking the lead here. Well, he needs one more.
Yeah, and I would say, honestly, Chris looking even stronger in this one than he did in game 1.
Yeah,
so.
it was a pretty close game 1, but he was in the driver's seat for game 2.
Yep. And so, what is the counterplay from Unleashed?
Thinking about it.
I feel like the big thing is when ledge traps get turned into you taking damage, it can make what was actually a fairly even game in neutral look really not as close, right? A little bit more lopsided than it actually was. Because if Unleashed can take some of these ledge trap situations where he's getting knocked off the ledge by the thunder, by the flash, by whatever, and actually turn those into damage, there's still a chance.
All right, so we're going back to small battlefield for game 3. This is the make or break moment for Unleashed in his winner's side bracket run. A little bit of casual. We're going regular battlefield this time. No more fun, no more targets music. We're playing. We got our game faces on here for game 3.
Oh yeah, good. He recognizes that because that fireball was aerial. That's an easy grab.
Getting stuck on the ledge there instead of dropping down with the counter. That's unfortunate. Missing the execution here.
There's an interesting tech that I've seen going around every now and again where you can kind of do like you dash up the ledge, you walk, you ledge slip, and you pretty much fall vertically. It would have been so good in that spot.
Would have been really good.
I wonder if that's what he was going for. Nice counter.
Very bizarre, actually, looking interaction as he reflects the PK fire as he's in the PK fire.
Yeah, the reason why that tech is important is usually if you just run off the ledge, you're slightly angled, right?
Yeah.
So if characters are going directly to the ledge, you won't hit them.
It's great for characters with that lingering hitbox, like for the Nair example, you know, like the wolves, the foxes, the lynx, etc., etc. But Sora counter absolutely can do it.
Is Sora counter a sex kick? I'll call it that, yeah.
Honestly, it's honorary.
Yeah.
It accomplishes what it needs to be done.
Yep.
Against characters with an active hitbox on their recovery, absolutely.
The Thunders, man. PkChris has been all over the Thunders.
Oh! I think he did the uppy angle again, and I don't know what happened, but he slid off of the angle of Battlefield.
Oh, yeah. Battlefield does have some weird stuff going on, basically where the last bit of the wall hits the ledge, right?
That was still wonky, though. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Hey,
Okay.
oh, hey! Home run!
Yeah, swing batter. PkChris is really treating this like a batting minigame. I've seen more S matches for him than I can remember seeing from a Ness in a set in a long time.
Love to see it, you know. Got a little bit extra fun. Always fun to break out the pad here. Tell kids who's in charge.
Oh, yeah. Too floaty. I'm sure that follow-up works on a lot of fastballers, the Nair to grab.
Oh, the follow-up there, too. Not quite getting the second one, though, but still, that's PkChris is in the motions.
I like the counter there from Unleashed, though. That back air almost connected, and that would have been a problem for PkChris.
There's the interrupt he's been waiting all set for. We're going to see the counter.
Nice.
There it is all. Both the sliding dash attack and the counter is what he's been waiting for this entire set, and he got it.
And there you go. Getting some more out of the ledge situations, all of a sudden, there's Unleashed with the lead.
Even the floatiness preventing him from getting a grab on that punish is insane. It's playing to Sora's strengths, but the over-eager down air is what gets caught out, and PkChris evens it up.
Another Thunder gets absorbed. Not only is that Ness not getting hit, it's creating so much tempo for the reversal on the ledge.
Exactly. Just getting reset even with the magnet. I like that.
Yeah, the turnaround, too.
Throw out every button under the sun, because it makes sense. You got good buttons. Why not use them?
Seriously. And honestly, I mean, fast hitboxes can be defensive, too, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Again,
too early.
Getting punished by it.
That was a good little, like, longer loop from PkChris to bait that in.
Well, this is a spooky scenario.
Wants that roll so bad.
Haymaker counters.
Yeah, okay, so it was a bait.
It was. And even though he didn't quite get it, but you can see the thought process there. Ooh, getting the air dodge there off the top. PkChris taking it 3-0 over Unleashed.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that last up smash finding that mattered a lot because Unleashed figured quite a bit out in that game 3.
He was actually piecing it. It was surprising how much it was becoming competitive again after that game 2. Because normally you see once they get a figure on it, a player will continue to kind of snowball or continue to make it that pace.
Yep.
But, you know, to credit where credit's due.
Forced a couple good edge scenarios. Got the edge guard with the counter finally, but yeah, just not quite enough.
Exactly. So, good stuff. I mean, maybe they'll continue that to make it to top 8. They're going to need a little bit more time, of course. But this